Hello everyone and happy Tuesday. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about taking the focus off of me. Because I think that a lot of times we all get so overwhelmed that we turn everything in our lives to focusing on me and not on the Lord, or not on what the Lord is calling us to be and do. So this is for me sometimes, and it's for many of us here. The name of this short story is called Change Your Heart by Taking the Focus Off of You. It starts with children. Mom, I hate them. Them being her friends at school. This is what my 7-year-old confided to me as I was putting her to bed the other night. I could have made light of her hatred, like I've done when she tells me she hates broccoli. I could have gotten caught up in her anger. Who are these kids that are upsetting my daughter? Instead, I asked her what was going on that hurt her so. Because under anger is usually hurt. Sure enough, the tears came pouring out as she told me about how her best friend only wanted to play with another girl, and how when she went to find others to play with, they all told her to go away. And this had been happening all week. Why doesn't anybody like me? She said. I didn't have an answer for that, but I did have a thought. It's time for the kind can. Suddenly, I was 8 years old again. A third grade student who was having a rough start to the school year. I had a teacher I didn't like, friendships had shifted, and I couldn't seem to get along with anyone. I hated going to school. My mom created a kind can. She used a big Nescafe tin can. Does anybody remember those? Nescafe coffee, right? I remember them. But my parents tended to like Taster's Choice better than Nescafe. But in the can went the names of every single one of my classmates. Each morning before school, I would pull a name out of the can. That day, I had to go out of my way to do something kind for them, not to have them do something in return, for no other reason than to do something kind. It wasn't easy at first, but my mom encouraged me to keep trying and helped me think of all the different ways I could show kindness to others. It started to get really fun. And then things shifted. No longer caught up in my own mind about what others were doing to me, I was now focused on what I was doing for others. Though there were no expectations of kindness in return, more and more kindness is what I got. Then I loved going to school. I told my daughter about the kind can, and her eyes got that little spark, the one that tells me she's about to get creative. So yes, she has big plans for just how fancy this can will be. Much better than the old tin can she proclaimed. And that's our project, a kind can, a way to create more kindness. A way to keep our hearts open even when they want to close. This was written by Sasha Nieukerk-Chomo. Thank you, Sasha, for this beautiful reminder of how we need to be kind. And when we think about our faith, we can directly relate it to Jesus, who loved unconditionally so many people who were unkind, even hateful towards him. And in this world that there's so much hate around, let's do what we can to share thoughts from a kind can. Maybe do something and tell me about your story. God bless you and have a beautiful rest of your day.